Over the past 8 years, I've owned 25 different Porsches, and the whole time I've been searching for the perfect combination of cars for my garage. I think I've finally nailed it. I currently have 6 in here, and I feel like those 6 fit together like a tight jigsaw puzzle. And when I say that, there's very little redundancy, and they all provide some sort of a very exciting driving experience. And I have had a lot of people ask me, hey, how would you rank these 6 Porsches that you own? And I've been doing a lot of thinking about that. Certainly I could sit here and I could rank them in terms of performance, horsepower, handling, but there's plenty of content out there on those types of topics. Instead, as an owner, as somebody who has really experienced a lot of these cars ranging from air-cooled all the way to brand new 992s, I feel like I can tell you guys like how they rank from an excitement standpoint. Like what gets me least excited about jumping behind the wheel all the way to the car that gets me the most fired up. And so that's gonna be the criteria for today is I'm gonna take you through kind of the least exciting car that I have all the way to the car that is probably the most special that I cannot wait to jump behind the wheel in. Before I get into that though, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to this channel. I work very, very hard to provide viewers with information that allows them to own these cars, experience these cars smarter. So definitely subscribe if that's the type of content you're seeking. All right, I want to start with the least exciting car that I currently own, my 2021 Macan GTS. The Macan does everything well. I'm gonna make this sound a little contradictory. I do think that the Macan is a very underrated Porsche. I have driven a base Macan pretty extensively, and I have also put a lot of miles on my GTS. And I can say this, like the GTS, as far as a daily driver goes, as far as a family hauler goes, provides a very exciting driving experience. I don't quite understand the depreciation on the GTS because it is a very cool car, but those Macans apparently, like the values drop like a rock. This might be a little bit of a reach, and I would love to hear you guys tell me I'm full of it. If you think that what I'm getting ready to share is indeed foolish, but I feel like the Macan GTS, at least the GTS trim, delivers in a sort of sport utility form some of the same kind of excitement that the 911 delivers. The car is very, very, very quick. The handling on it is almost supernatural. It's easy to go fast. It does have a lot of comfort to it. I love the chalk. I love the Bordeaux interior. I mean, for what it is, it's a very cool car, but it just doesn't provide me with this sense of occasion when I decide to jump behind the wheel. The next one, the 5th most exciting car that I own in terms of emotionality, is the 997.2 Carrera S. When I first bought the 997, I was very excited because I thought it was sort of this perfect intersection between modern 911 and size and driving experience delivery of an older car, and that's just not been the case. It's a great car, don't get me wrong. Very fun, very fast. I have modified my particular example, but there's just something a little bit numb about the car. I don't know if it's the motor, it's hard to put a finger on it, but while it's a 911, while it's something that definitely has a lot of the characteristics that you'd be looking for in a rear engine car, it just doesn't really get me that excited. In fact, the 997 is probably what I would sell first if I had to sell anything in this collection. As a side note, part of the reason that I'm keeping it around is that I really like the guards red in the garage. I feel like it really pops with the rest of the colors. All right, the 4th most exciting car that I own is my 1995 Porsche 911, the 993. The car is very, very special. It's a nostalgic car. It's the last of the air-cooled Porsches. There was a time in my ownership history where I would tell you that the 993 is the most exciting 911 you could own. I mean, I put tens of thousands of miles now on 993s, and indeed the driving experience is very special. There's a ton of character there, the sounds and the smells, the performance. Man, it's second to none, but I just find that I end up leaving the car in the back corner of the garage. It's difficult to get out, and sometimes I just don't feel motivated enough by what the car delivers to go through the rigmarole to get the car out of the corner. So I'm not interested in selling the car. It's a keeper, it's special, I love it, but it's not the most exciting car for me. It's not what I just can't wait to get behind the wheel. It's not that car. The third most exciting car that I own is sitting right here to my left, your right, this Miami Blue 718 Spyder. Candidly, it is the latest acquisition, and so it could be that I'm having new car fever. But I do get excited every time I think about driving the car, every time I know it's the right day to drive the car. The top down is really fun. The car is very, very fast. It's precise. I mean, these mid-engine Porsches are freaking supernatural in terms of how they handle. I mean, they'll make a really bad driver good. I love shifting the gears in this car. It's got a very tight gearbox. The steering's very precise. And so overall, the Spyder is just, it's a great car. I get excited about driving it. I love looking at it. And so that's the third most exciting Porsche that I own currently. The second most exciting is my racing yellow 981 GT4. It is, in my view, the perfect driver's car. The engine, just the overall driving character of that car, it feels eager, it feels mean, it feels aggressive. I love the Cayman because you can actually do road trips in the car. So I've done several. In this particular example, I have the comfort seats in the car, and the comfort seats plus the amount of luggage the car can hold, plus just how fun it is to drive makes it a wonderful road trip car. As I touched on with this Spyder, the GT4, like the handling is almost supernatural, and so that's another feature that I love about the car. So when I think about driving the GT4, I start getting fired up. And when I grab that cool yellow key, like I get even more excited. I'd like to invite you to go check out my website, Rennthusiast.com, to download a free guide that I've put together. It's a tool full of tips for anyone who is hunting for a Porsche. If you are somebody who has bought one of these cars, you know that process is fraught with risk. And so I put together that guide in hopes of giving you guys some of my experience on how to avoid pain when buying one of these cars. And now here we are, the most exciting car for me that I own in the garage. And this particular car is frankly the most flawed car. It showed up with the most problems. It has cost me a lot of money and time to get it on the road where I want it. And quite frankly, it still has some issues that I'm trying to sort out relative to the suspension. I'll do a video on that. But that car is my 996 GT3. Every time I think about driving that car, I get excited. In fact, I took it out last night for a rip, and I ended up going like 50 miles before I even realized just how long I'd been driving. There's just something very special about the motor, the handling, just being in the car is cool. And so it is my first GT3. I have driven GT3s in the past, but it's the first one I've owned. It is the OG GT3, the first one we saw in the United States. I would say that if you're looking for a 911, maybe the GT3 isn't the first 911 that you should own, but if you're like me and you're somebody who's just looking to have as many experiences with these special cars as you can, you gotta get into a GT3. So there you have it, guys. That is the ranking that I apply to the current collection in the garage. If you agree with me, disagree with me, let me know in the comments. How would you rank these cars? I'd love to hear your opinions out there, because maybe you could sway me. Again, please subscribe to my channel. Go check out that downloadable, guide on my website, Rennthusiast.com. Hope you've got something out of this. I'll see you next time.